Self-test results with self-control. Daniel chapter 1 and verse 12. Please test us for 10 days on a diet of vegetables and water, Daniel said. Self-test is testing oneself for personal betterment. Self-control is the ability to control oneself, particularly with one's emotions and desires, especially in difficult situations. The text talks about Daniel, a refugee to Babylon from Jerusalem. They were captured by the king Nebuchadnezzar. Nevertheless, Daniel and three of his friends were selected to be trained for the king's service. Ashpenaz, the chief of staff, were to train these young noblemen from Judah for the royal service after training them for 3 years. The king assigned these young men portions of food and wine from the palace kitchen, and they were to draw strength from the special food served to them. However, Daniel made up his mind not to defile himself with such food and wine. This panicked the servant of the chief Ashpenaz, who was in charge of them, and if these men looked sick, he would be killed. Therefore Daniel requested that the servant gives them permission to test them for 10 days and then examine them. Eventually, after 10 days, Daniel and his friends looked healthier and better than the rest of the trainees who fed from the royal kitchen. In reality, if you have known and have heard about the status of refugees, you would surely be aware that they would be treated as second-class citizens. Nevertheless, for Daniel and his friends, they had the privilege of eating from the king's kitchen. They refused the royalty since they did not want to defile themselves and displease their God. Their self-control was indeed phenomenal. It resulted because of the absolute morality and conviction they had on the God of Israel, though they were captured as slaves. The question is, can we make a choice of distinction when chance of appealing diversion is compelling? Can we exercise control when we are free to remain careless? Can we fear the unseen God as against the favor from the visible fellows? Can we compromise our moral values for the sake of commitment? If you have answered these simple questions correctly, then you are someone who tests yourself, which would result in self-control. Self-test results with self-control. God bless you.